my name is Mateusz Pilski and I am lead programmer in Ice Code Games. And today I want to tell you a little bit about the game we are developing. In Cult, you create your own cult and fight with other cults. And in this video I want to show you some of the game mechanics we created. I will show them on a mission from our single player campaign that was altered a little bit. For example, I added a huge amount of resources, so I don't have to worry about them, and unlocked all of the abilities. Okay, so we start the game with one unit, our prophet, and at the beginning we have our main mechanic that is converting. So as you can see here, I have some civilians that I can convert to become loyal cultists. So I convert this guy, and now I can convert this guy. And if sometimes civilians are in a group, we can use a special ability that allows us to convert more civilians at the same time. This is very effective if civilians are in even larger groups. Okay, and now I have some loyal cultists, and as you can see here, I can upgrade them to a more ambitious role in our cult. So I can upgrade them to fighters, and they will fight for us, to hacker, and they will get us money, devoter, and they will give us faith points, and preacher, so they can convert more citizens to our cult. Besides of those basic things, all of them have some special abilities, but maybe about this later. So right now I can see here that there are some enemies, so I need fighters to get through them. Okay, upgrading, and now we have fighters, and when I selected fighter, you can see that I have more upgrades of this fighter. But right now those more advanced upgrades are blocked because I don't have a proper building. So I will need to conquer proper building before I can create those more advanced units. Okay, but right now I'm ready to kick asses of those guys, but I could just storm them and destroy because I have an advantage. I have a prophet with me, but this maybe isn't the thing I want to do, because in Cult maybe we want to give those infidels another chance and try to convert them. So what I need to do now to convert them is destroy a little obstacle on my way, that is this unit here, a priestess, because priestess blocks any attempts of preaching. So what I will do now is try to kill the priestess first and then convert rest of the guys. Okay, so I'm going for the preacher, using special ability of prophet for some damage, and then I use the mercy ability. Okay, yeah, and in this way I was able to start the fight with 4 fighters and ended it with 5 fighters. I think that this is quite a good outcome. Okay, so we are going further. And here we have another light. This is a priestess that came in at the story. In this video I don't want to talk about the story, so I will just say a little bit about this screen. This is something we called brain transfer, and the idea is similar to Ghost in the Shell, where police officers could communicate through implants in their brains. But as I said, right now we don't want to focus on it, so I can compress the data. All the briefing is compressed to just few words, and now I can end transmission. Also, here we have some quest informations, but I don't want to focus on quests in this video. Okay, so here we can see some civilians that I I put here so I will be able to easily show you some more advanced fighting techniques in code. Okay, so I will convert those guys. Okay, and create a fighter from them. Okay, so I want to have some more advanced units, but they are blocked. And here we have a black clinic, the building that allows us to create penitents. So I'm conquering it, and now, as you can see, I can create penitents. Also, you can see that those two units are also unlocked. This is because I altered this map a little to make it easier for me to show those two units also. Okay, so here we have penitents. Penitents actually are my favorite unit. Those guys are used to pain because they flagell themselves, and because of that they have a large amount of health points, and they are tanks in our game. Okay, besides of the penitents, I can create shooters. Shooters are standard DPS unit in our game. Oh no, I wanted shooter. Okay. I'm the first of God. More shooters. And besides of that, I can create defenders. Defenders are fast units with a shield that allows them to counter the shooters. So we have a quite standard thing here. The shooters counters penitents, penitents counter defenders, and defenders counters shooters. But the situation isn't that easy, because as you can see here, units have some special abilities. So when I take those three shooters and go here, you will see what happens if I normally attack their natural counter, the defenders. And they came to us quickly, and they give us lots of damage, and we almost do to them almost nothing. Yeah, this is a massacre. But it should be. Yeah. And now you can see here that I want three shooters. Okay. The shooters have also some special abilities, and I want to show you now the headshot ability. This is ability that allows us to give a lot of damage in one shot to one unit, and have a huge amount of cooldown. So we can't use it very often, but it is very powerful and allows us to counter our counters. Yeah, one shot, one kill. Wait. Yeah, one shot, one kill. Yeah. So so right now I can counter my own counter, but I need to have this ability, and I need to put some effort in it on this countering, because I need to pick the skill, use it properly, and of course this using the skill costs me faith points. Okay, so as you can see here, we have quite a lot of skills. And you can think that this could be overwhelming, but this isn't the case, because we have something here called dogmas. The idea is that you create your own system of beliefs that your cultists actually believe, and from this system they came the unlocking of special skills of your units, upgrades, and so on. So you can pick which skills your units actually have, and this allows us to create the cult that will have a gameplay that suits us, and also have a very strong bond with actual story where you create your own cult. Okay, so last thing that I want to show you is control of the terrain. Because as you can see here, I have a building called access point, and if I hack it, I will take control over this terrain. As you can see now, during the hacking, the billboards are changing to symbol of my cult, and also the color of them is changing. And this is a very important thing, because right now when enemy comes to my territory, his units will lose level of conversion, and if this level of conversion drops to 0, they will leave the enemy cult. And of course, Priestess protects from this, so you can still attack the enemy territory when you have Priestess, but if enemy will kill your Priestess, you have a problem. Okay, so last thing, besides of the fighting units I showed you here, we will have 3 more. The Stealther, the Martyr that kills himself in suicide bombings, and Arachnid robot that is powerful robot that gives a lot is costly, but gives a lot of damage. Yeah, and as I said before, we have also the voters that gives us faith points, and they can preach here on the temple, and hackers that will hack on the bank. Right now I can see this, but you get the idea. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.